Lagos State chapter of the All Progressive Congress has criticized former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, calling him an 80-year-old political tourist after his decision to officially join the African Democratic Congress. APC spokesman Sheye Oladejo said Atiku's latest defection reflects desperation and a long history of party hopping, questioning what the former vice president still seeks in politics at his age. Oladejo argued that Atiku's move to the ADC is driven by survival rather than strategy, describing it as the climax of a career marked by restlessness and repeated presidential bids. He accused Atiku of abandoning allies, destabilizing parties, and chasing power without purpose, insisting Nigerians are amused by his continued political pursuits. The APC further questioned Atiku's capacity to lead Nigeria, claiming he failed to stabilize the People's Democratic Party before leaving. Oladejo said Atiku contributed to PDP's internal crisis and has now run away, only to begin another cycle of confusion. He dismissed Atiku's defection as irrelevant and another attempt at remaining politically visible. George, what do you have to say to this swipe taken at Atiku by Lagos APC?
Well, it is quite expected at this moment because we are approaching electioneering. So what the guy from Lagos said is not something new to us. He accused Atiku of political survival and not being strategic. But that has been what has characterized Nigerian politics. It's not basically about strategy, but it's about survival. How you can survive. The end justifies the means. That is what almost all the politicians are looking for. If they feel that Party Z is the place that they can go to and survive, the most important thing for most politicians in Nigeria is how to grab power, after which governance. So what he's saying is not out of place completely. But I understand that for me, it's just emotional blackmail because it doesn't really hold any water on Atiku himself and his supporters. Because this is what is actually, what characterizes Nigerian politics. So there's
defection and counter-defection.
Yeah, it's nothing new. Like I said, what matters to most politicians, they see political party as a vehicle that can lead them to their political destination. So if the vehicle is bad, they jump down from that vehicle and look for the next available vehicle. So it's not basically about strategy, it's about survival. It's political survival.
Lagos State APC was correct when they said
they were correct, but like I said, they were
it doesn't have any bearing on
it's just emotional blackmail. It doesn't have any bearing on the supporters of Atiku or even Atiku himself. It's not something that can move a strand of hair on their body, because to them, even to the man that is saying it, what matters is how to win the election, and it's about survival.
So the era of party loyalty has gone. Because, most times politicians will always say, even on my show, they will always say that party is supreme, as against interest, party is supreme.
Yes.
So now, are we moving from the area of party supremacy to that of personal interests?
But in recent political history of Nigeria, what has characterized our politics is about personal interests. Party supremacy is taking the back seat. I don't need to mention names here, but you are an active participant and using the media to discuss what is actually happening in politics. So there's nothing new to you. You know some of these political players and how their interests have overruled one or two. How it has either collapsed a party or how it has built a party and all that. So self-interest is actually war rules and not party supremacy. Party supremacy is when it does not favor you and it favors the other person. And the person that it favors begin to shout party supremacy, all because they want you to join hands with him to win the election. So what matters is just self-interest. And that is why you see politicians moving from one party to another, even to political parties that doesn't have the weight, to win elections and even the smallest of units. But because they see themselves as being the behemoth, political behemoth, they see themselves as being bigger than even political parties. With whatever they have, they can bring a party to the fore. So you see them moving from the supposed big party because it didn't favor them there to one mushroom political party, using their political clout, their height and all, to bring the name of that party. It happened recently. in the last election cycle, we knew P2B as being a member of the PDP shortly before the election. But due to disagreement, misunderstanding, and all that, knowing that it was not going to favor him, the political hawks that were in PDP would not allow him to, get the ticket. He quickly moved to Labour Party, little-known Labour Party. Yes. And with his clout, he was able to bring Labour Party to the fore. So it's about personal interest, not necessarily about party supremacy. Party supremacy, in some sense, when it favors you, and when it doesn't favor you, and you feel that you have what it takes to be the underbody, you move. That's exactly the point.
That is where we are.
Yeah,
right
that's the era we are in politics.